I'm having problems with this 98 Chevy truck with the turn signals. They both come on. The left one works just fine. The right one comes on, lights up, but it doesn't flash. It took me a couple hours to figure out what was going on. I couldn't find any videos on YouTube or anything about it, but basically they work just fine. The left one comes on, flashes, and then it flashes just fine, so you can see it. And when you turn the right one on, it just stays steady, doesn't flash. Oops. That wasn't me. My grandma must have been driving. The right one doesn't flash. It just comes on. I mean, it comes on, everything lights up, and it's the same thing outside. Turn this fan off. That one's lit up the front and rear on the outside. The flashers work. Both of them work. So first thing I checked was the bulbs. Sorry about that steering wheel. And I went out and checked, and outside everything works. They're both working on the rear. My finger out of there. I never made a video with my phone before. So I couldn't understand. The first thing I checked was the bulbs. They were all good. Look, you can see all of them are on, flashing, even the side markers. And when I turn on just that right turn signal, lights up, but it doesn't flash, and both bulbs are lit up. Same thing on the rear. And then I started noticing some other things weren't happening on this truck. If you turn on the key, turn the turn signals off, turn on the key without turning on the headlights, the daytime running lamps come on, but the tail lights don't come on normally. So here my headlights are on, no park lights because the headlights aren't on. But look at the rear, the tail lights are on. They look white in this camera, but they're actually red. They're on. They're both on, and they shouldn't be on right now. And I also noticed when I was going to work, some people were honking at me when I went to make a turn. I assumed it was just because my turn signal was out, but I actually don't have brake lights either while this problem's going on. Get my steering wheel turned. And after a couple hours of trying everything, first thing I did was check the bulbs. I changed the relay, started tracing wires. Nothing was working. Nothing was making sense. And I noticed when I had the turn signal on, I started messing with this emergency flasher switch. That right turn signal is stuck on solid. I pulled this back a little bit and it works just fine. And I crammed a piece of paper in there, went and checked. All my lights work fine. The tail lights work fine. The tail lights are off when the headlights aren't on. Everything's back to normal just because of this crappy little switch right here. And I went to AutoZone to check to see what one is, and it's like 80 or 90 bucks for that switch because you have to change the entire arm, the turn signal and everything to change it, to fix it, I guess. I haven't taken it apart yet and see if there's a way I can fix it without doing that, but just by looking at the pictures, I don't think so. But hopefully I could save somebody some time. Like I say, I wasted about 3 hours this weekend tracking this down, and I couldn't find a single video on YouTube about the problem of a single turn signal not flashing. And there it is, not flashing. I pull that back, flashes just fine. The other one still works just fine. So that's all it is. It's a faulty hazard switch.